Hello everybody, I'm Interface, and in today's video I want to go over my thoughts on how the new Sweet Retreat Loomians will perform in PvP. In a previous video I went over their stats, moves, etc., but I never really went in depth about my own thoughts on how they will, what they do. So that's what this video is for. So if you're into that kind of stuff, make sure you leave a like on the video. And, subscribe so you are notified. Well, you need the notification bell. For some reason, YouTube thinks you don't want notified when you are subscribed to someone. But hey, so hit that notification bell if you want notified for future PvP content similar to this. Now, I'm in the wrong box. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We're all okay. So we got 4 new Loomians, and then a new bug that could probably run Drop of Youth, because we need another propay in our life. Anyway, so we're just going to go in Lumipedia order. So we're going to start off with Hoganosh. Now, Hoganosh being a pure fire type, it also, with access to the ability Madcap and its signature move, being a recoil move, it can actually deal some pretty good damage with that move. However, coverage is a bit on the iffy side. It's Fiery Fondant, Mega Chomp, Venom Chomp. Now that's not actually terrible coverage. The main issue is its setup is kind of awkward. It does have Sharpen, so it can set up its offense, but with the metagame, having common appearances with like Luminami, I mean Mega Chomp and Venom Chomp can help with that, but Fiery Fondant becomes less spammable. You also have Obsidragon and Infernix that are that hover around very often, and then the new toy with Ventation getting Battering Ram, giving it a sense of new toy syndrome. That's going to rise up a lot, so that's going to give Hoganosh a lot of trouble. But on the bright side, outside of those, not a lot of stuff wants to take that set of coverage. But where I feel like it'll perform the best will be on Bane of Haste, because this speed stat is not very fast. And on Bane of Haste, it becomes less prone to revenge killing, because all the priority in this game at the moment is physical, and Fiery Fondant does boost that physical defense, so there's potential there. But again, with how common things like Infernix, Obsidragon, and currently Ventation are, I feel like it's very hard to actually make this thing work as of right now. Like in the general metagame, in UU, or in my own personal UU, because there's no official UU. I really shouldn't really talk about UU, because since they're new, I don't want to throw them in UU. That's just how it works. So in the general metagame, I don't feel like Hoganosh will perform that well, because again, how common the general walls to this are, and the availability of things to actually, deal with it, like Garlash, even Arapago to an extent, although I don't really see Arapago being used very much. Cephalops, being faster and having a water-type move, and then, the various earth moves that can smack it. It's just not a good look for Hoganosh at the moment. Maybe once it gets better set up, I can see it doing a lot more work, but I do see it dropping to UU in the end. So let's move on to Mojo. All right, I'm gonna hit you straight with it. This is probably the worst Loomian of the update. Not probably, it definitely is, and it's one of the worst in the game overall. It's only ranged coverage. By the reason I don't have a 4th move is so I could safely get Return to Sender on an Infernix. Its only ranged coverage is Ice, and this is its strongest ice move. Solo ice is not good. You got Infernix that resists, you got Luminami that resists, you got Protagon that resists, Hunter that resists. You just got a lot of things that resist it, Very common Loomians all resist ice, and it's not good. However, there is hope for it in the future. It's not confirmed, but Jamie said there is a high possibility it will get a ranged brawler move in the future. So it'll be able to hit metals, and what else does brawler hit? Bugs, opposing ice types, so being able to hit metal and opposing ice types, that's pretty good. And, you know, not being walled by everything. So, yeah, there is hope in the future, but as of right now, it's kind of just doo-doo butter. But if it does get that ranged brawler move, I can even see its pre-evolution working out. It is fast, and it has a usable ranged attack stat. So I do see that actually working out fairly well. It's just right now, the Mochibi line just is not looking too good. Moving on to the bug, or you know, the worm. What is it, Gwyrm or Gwyrmy? I think it's just Gwyrm. The Gwyrm line. Originally, I thought this was going to be the worst in the update. Although, let's be real, even if I thought that, this was the real loser, because only one move. Only one move. Your other option right now is return to sender. You eat a Protogon hit, and then you return to sender them. That's at least you're bulky. But anyway, the bug I thought was probably, you know, one of the worst. After further inspection, this is probably I mean, I'll say Spreezy. Spreezy, in my opinion, is probably the best Loomian out of all of these. Not even joking. But however, let's go over Odacho here. I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, its secret ability, defensive priority, along paired with a drop of youth, gives it even more bulk than the legendary Propay. And then it's not even as passive as Propay, and it has more sustain than Propay. So we got options here. So we have Sap Plant, and it does learn Return to Sender. So you could even, like, its main gimmick will probably be, you know, trolling the ranged attackers. You could make it so that you don't get too hit KO'd by the strongest range attacker, you know, strongest neutral range attacker being Mewtwo, and then you could punish it with Return to Sender. So it does have a little bite to it. So, and then it also has various utility with Poison Barbs. You have Sap Plant, Pestilence, even Pester if you feel like doing that. But yeah, you have options. You have, I think you have Hypnotize. Let's actually check. I don't know if Odacho has it, but I know for a fact Spreezy has it. You have it? Yes. Okay. Yeah, you have Hypnotize. So you've got lots of utility, and then you have bulk to go with it. So it's, I mean, obviously it's not going to be that great in, you know, general metagame, but it definitely has utility and bulk. So if you want to meme around with another pre-evolution bug, what is that? Okay, so we got this. We got this. We got this. What else? Oh wait, no, Kunakopia. Where you at? Do I have a Kunakopia? Are you in the retired box? Are you here? Do I have a Kunakopia? No, I need the Kunakopia. Come on. Species. Kunakopia. Okay, yeah. Yeah, show me the Kunakopia. Where you at? There you are. Boom. Look at that. We got 4 bugs. 4 bulky bugs. The pre-evolutions. We need one more, and then we can form the army. Is Gumpod going to be the honorary member since it learns Battering Ram? Who knows? But anyway, yeah. That is just something I noticed, and it's kind of funny in its own little way. But yeah, Odacho definitely has stuff it can do if you want to meme with it. And now Spreezy. Now it's not like it has the move over Odacho, but it has the ability Hard Candy. Odacho will want defensive priority because, well, it's better. But Spreezy with Hard Candy and the move Talent Trade. Initially, I thought Talent Trade was just a copy paste of Skill Swap from Pokemon. Turns out T-Brad M decided if Ability Thief is permanent, why not Talent Trade? And with Talent Trade being permanent and this getting access to Poison Barbs, it is the sole Barbs. I mean, it is a Barb setter that can screw over the lamest dinosaur burb thing, being Stratosaur. If it wants to come into wall you being a bug, or get rid of your Poison Barbs with Gust, you can click Talent Trade and permanently get rid of Toxic Filter. Along with that, you give it a water weakness. Yes, you give it a 50% defense boost, but you give it a third weakness, and with water types being more common in the current meta, you know, Garlash, Cephalops, Luminami, yeah, you've got some stuff to work with here. And now, not only that, you have lots of other utility with Provoke, Sap Plant, Gust, Hypnotize, what else was there? Pestilence, and then you can even try and pressure things a little bit with Ferroblast, Life Drain, so like Tyrex can't get a scapegoat on you. You also have Return to Sender if you feel like doing it, although I feel like Odacho does that better. But yeah, this thing just has a lot of good things going for it. Good speed tier, solid defense stat, especially with Hard Candy. A lot of people like to say it's like worse than Garbantis in that regard because it gives it a water weakness, but I'm just like, Garbantis is weak to water. And I'm just like, but whatever. Yeah. Spreezy actually has a lot going for it. It can actually screw over a lot of the current meta. Thanks to Talent Trade, you don't even need to run Talent Trade if you want. You could just run full on bulk, stall things out. It is viable in that regard thanks to Sap Plant. So yeah, they're probably the best thing in this update, in my opinion. And then moving on to the secret ability, I said secret ability, the Roamer. The secret ability and the normal ability are both viable on this thing. Incandescent if you want to be more offensive, and then Quick Recovery if you're trying to use it for utility or pivoting. Now I do want to say, Jamie didn't give this thing Flash and Flee, and you know why? It's because he forgot that it was a light type. He said he will likely give it to this later. So at some point you're going to be able to use Quick Recovery with Flash and Flee, so you can pivot in, absorb status, and get out. At the moment though, you are able to use something like Barter with your Quick Recovery, so you could run something like Volcanic Ash and then barter it off to something and then get rid of your burn. Cool, awesome. Metatoad loves to swap in on this thing because it resists air, resists light, it's immune to Hypnotize, but if you barter it, you burn it. So it's not going to enjoy that very much. Along with that, with Peace of Mind, you can run, bulkier spreads to abuse Peace of Mind, more like a robust set, to increase your natural level of bulk, and then use Peace of Mind to increase your range bulk, and Luster Loot for recovery. So this thing can be pretty darn annoying and deals some damage if you let it get too crazy. But the main issue is that there are a lot of things that can keep this thing from going crazy. You got Valkyrie, you got Metatoad, you got Eliguana, you got I forget. Luminami can pretty much stop it in its tracks. Let me pull up a list of the Loomians because I can't think of them all at once. Terraclaw doesn't really care about it, even though it's weak to air. It's just, Terraclaw do be like that. Himber doesn't care too much. Wobelisk doesn't give two craps. There is a lot out there that just craps on this. And then a lot of the mine types, even though they're neutral to light, like in the cases of Metronet and Dusket, they're immune to the Hypnotize Disperse gimmick that I set pretty much made public in the in yesterday's video. A lot of mine types like Metronet, Dusket, Ferroglyph. Metronet, Dusket, Outspeed, and can Deja Vu, so it can lock it into an unfavorable situation, although they don't need to do that because it can just hit it super effectively. And in Dusket's case, you can just Hypnotize itself because it's not immune to Hypnotize. So yeah, there's a lot of things that can stop this thing, which is why I'd say it's less viable than Spreezy, but it does have its good points. So it's definitely worth looking into. I don't know how well it would do in the general meta though, due to the defensive type being kind of iffy. However, you do abuse things like Obsidragon and Infernix. Is there anything else up here? Garbantis you can crap on because you resist the bug. You can swap in and out of poison. So yeah, various things. What else? Is there anything else? Looking through here. it's kind of iffy. It really do be iffy. You can threaten Mutagon with Airblade if you come in on a brawler move. That's cool. Vesperati, you do outspeed that, and you're immune to Shadow Sprint, so that's something you can do as like a revenge kill. Or if you know if you're gutsy and you got the reads, then you can just come in on the Shadow Sprint. Hang on, checking something. Okay, I just thought I was seeing the wrong things with my camera settings. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm curious. What are your thoughts on these new Loomians? Is there something I'm overlooking that makes something like Hoganosh or Mojo viable? And what are your thoughts on Spreezy? Do you agree with me that it's definitely being underlooked because of its stats, and or do you think the utility just isn't enough to justify using it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, again, if you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, and if you want more, subscribe, turn on notifications, that kind of stuff that, like I said in the beginning of the video. But anyway, that's it for me. Hopefully y'all enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see y'all in another video. See ya.